What do you mean I can't have another loaf?
Oh, you've had 9 already.
Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. This is your humble host, Revo, and welcome back to another day in the revolution. Today, we are back with more Final Fantasy XVI. Last time, we fought our way to Drake's Spine, and we did Drake's Spine. So all the mother crystals are dealt with, and Ultima went and created a ether crystal. Right. Not in the center, but just right in between Waloed and everything else. So and now we need to go and talk to Otto because we need to let everyone know what happened at the Spine. But first things first, we got some stuff to do.
Still alive, are ya? Go on then.
Okay, a lot of this is not going to be available for us to use. I'll see when I get able to get to the upgrading part. Oh, and we need potions, a
You'll
door.
not find a better price than that. Is that all?
Alright. Go check in with Blackthorn.
Or Sancthornian, dear.
Okay. Actually, the Defender is actually better. That won't be better. That won't be better. So, yeah, let's actually upgrade the Defender. Wait, by the way, what is the Defender at compared to what I'm wearing? It is weaker by 5, so it's going up by 10. Okay, Blackthorn.
So, will it be? You can thank me later.
Equip.
Yeah, that should
There we
do
go.
ya.
That is up by 15. Sweet. But from my understanding, this is actually the best weapon in the game, so we'll be getting that sooner or later.
And
Ooh, I like that. Alrighty. Oh, I forgot a couple more things. Stage replays, get rid of the new. Appearances. Weapon, the Defender. Okay. Go to our chambers. Anything? No. At least not yet. A new life. While the going was slow and not without occasional run-in with some straggling orcs, I saw Ada. No. Okay. Ada. No, that's wrong. I know who she's talking about. I'm talking about the girl the woman that was the pregnant lady that we saw over by Waloed. Back safe to the Shadow Coast, where Mid was waiting kindly with the Enterprise. On the voyage home, I like to think the poor lass opened up a little, telling us about her life and the life she wants for her baby. But I suppose it's up to us now to make certain that little one gets it. And hopefully when she finds out her baby is a bearer, that she doesn't want to throw it to the moon. That's always my hope. Alrighty. Go check in with Vivian.
I feel like it's calling to me.
Oh, that can't be good.
Back again? What is it that you wish to learn?
Okay. Rescues, traveling, rescues, in love, best friend, battles. We did it, Sid. He made his choice. Master could not hope to find for a finer hound. I'm curious, what? That's to the end. All right.
One must understand one's place in the world.
All right. Well, let's talk to Otto.
Still alive, I see. Something tells me that eyesore on the horizon is your doing. How'd you manage that?
It's a long story. One that I'd rather only tell once.
Right. All hands on deck, then.
Is this everyone?
Hopefully.
As I'm sure you've all guessed, the crystal which now commands the eastern skies was summoned by Ultima. He called it Origin. Though the significance of that name is as yet unclear.
What does it matter what it's called? Its emergence tore Twinside asunder and wiped my homeland from the map.
Mention of the Dominion spires can be found in the oldest of Valisthian records. But to the best of my knowledge, none provide any hint as to their true nature. That they would prove the horns of some slumbering demon. Well,
the Dominion's demise was at least quick. Elsewhere, the Republican army cannot hope to contain the chaos engulfing Randalar. Canva is in flames, and the Empire.
Our allies are crying out for answers. I've sent the curse breakers to give them what assurances we can, but right now that amounts to fuck all.
They wouldn't be able to stop what the skies have started in any case. People here and across the realm grow sicker with every passing day.
Could it be that this new Mother Crystal is like the others? That it draws upon the land's ether? It certainly looked that way from stone here.
If that were true, it would explain the hastening spread of the Blight since the crystal's appearance. Would it not?
And as the land's ether slowly rises to the surface, it pools, corrupting all who cannot channel its energies. decay above, ether floods below, and in the middle, here we languish, hopelessly entrapped.
It's all right. When we faced him at Stone here, Ultima told us his true power quickens in the halls of Origin. Needless to say, we cannot allow that to continue. If we are to stop him, we will have to find a way into the crystal.
How are we going to manage that then? It's up in the sky. And fast as she is, the Enterprise can't fly.
It's a lot to take in, and I reckon we'd all benefit from some time to clear our heads. The answer will come to us. Don't you worry. Ain't that right, Clive?
Right. That's right.
Well, go on then. Bugger off. Same goes for you, Clive. You won't solve anything like this. Trust me. Go and get some fresh air, eh?
Thank you.
All right.
Joshua seemed upset.
I'm gonna go ahead and do a couple things here at the Ether Stone for a second. There we go. We're going to talk to Joshua, and then we'll head back over to the State of the Realms. But of course, there's something new. Was that the crest you can see from here? Wow.
Ultima may have created us, but he doesn't make us who we are. Only we can do that. And if he would have us fight for our survival, so be it. It's what we've been doing all along.
Much like Ultima himself, it would seem. His new world being naught but a means to survive. And so, we must contend to decide which of us shall inherit the land. Should Ultima prevail, it will mean death for us all. Of that, we can be certain. But even should he fail, what world awaits us? A withered, godless place, where our newfound freedom will most like prove a chain in itself.
Well, that may be, but a chain can always be broken. As long as one has the will to break it, it won't be easy. It may take generations, centuries of suffering. And that is if everyone plays their part. But it will happen. And when it does, it will be on our terms. That is the world that awaits us.
Indeed. And what better world could one wish for?
But first, we have to reach that crystal.
Then it's a good thing I have wings.
You can barely stand, let alone fly. And only the Founder knows what horrors await in those skies. Are you certain about this?
Am I certain? I am the Phoenix. I will do what I must. This is our fight. Remember?
All right. I yield. But only what you must, yes? I'm still your sworn shield.
That you are.
And what of my wings? Lest you forget, you go to stand against a god.
Hey, you're more than welcome,
have
Dion.
You succumb to fatigue before the fight begins. Ifrit, your brother mentioned that some few of the dominants who had lost their power to you were still able to prime. Is that true?
It is. But their icons no longer submitted to their will.
Then mine will have to be stronger. That you both might save your strength for the battle to come.
You don't have to do this.
If you do, there's a chance you might lose all you have left.
And what have I but regret? My life ended in the Dominion. I fear death no more. Besides, I would have words with Ultima. He has much to answer for.
We are in your debt, Dion.
We can speak of debts when this is over.
He speaks like a man who knows he's not coming back. And has come to terms with that.
That doesn't mean that we have to. Does it, Clive?
Absolutely
Dr.
not.
Jill. I only hope she understands.
All right. And actually, their icons actually went rampant because of the person's distress. Where they... Hey, Jill.
Come to wish on a star.
That might not be such a bad idea. This is it, Jill. You know what I have to do. Why I have to do it. There's no turning back now. This is where our journey was leading us. Where it will end, for better or worse.
I could pray to Metia for you. But you'll be all right, won't you, Clive? You always are.
I did promise we'd watch the moon together.
I'll be waiting.
All right.
It's almost time. Better make sure I haven't forgotten anything.
All right, reading died. Reading time. Time for some new side quest. In search of Long Tome. Reluctant as I am to add to your burdens, I would ask your aid in a personal matter, albeit one that may be benefit to your cause. There exists ancient texts deemed so injurious to modern thought that mere possession is deemed a crime, and it is a chance encounter with one such tome, from a distant that sparked within me scholarist curiosity which burns to this very day. I wish to enlist your aid in reclaiming that text. Should you require further incentive, know that I'm willing to offer compensation service rendered. To be honest, we'll help you anyway, so.
Something tells me this is no mere adventure story.
More likely not. Alright. In a mood. In case you haven't noticed, your poor hound spends all his time of late on the rear deck whimpering like Gav in his cups. Something ain't right, and my gut tells me it's not to do with his supply of antelope bones.
What is it this time, Torgal?
Well, you don't really know much about Torgal because, well, no one really knows the extent of everything going on with him. Holy shit, that's a lot. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Minimum. All right. So, think I'm going to go grab this one and probably make my round here, getting all these and ending here. Oh, hey, Gav.
You alright? About that.
If there's anything I can do to help you kill this Ultima bloke, you just say the word, eh? You could promise to take Sid's name off my... You could promise to take Sid's name off my hands.
Aye.
Don't even joke about that. Anyways, I thought you said you hadn't finished with it yet. I did, didn't I? Now, if you wanted to give me even a grander title, something to rival your Sid the Outlaw, that'd be a different story.
Let's see.
Gav the Magnificent, Gav the Almighty, Gav the Lionheart, something along those lines? I'll leave that for you to decide. I'm sure you're more capable of choosing a perfect moniker for Sid's right-hand man. Right-hand man, eh? I'll take it. I love Gav.
You off then?
Hey, Brian, what's up? First, that's about Origin. You're set on this plan of yours, then. I am. Never were the one to shy away from a fight. Some might say it runs in the family. Your father would be proud.
Thank you, Uncle.
I know he'll be with us up there.
As for down here...
You may take comfort in the knowledge that the realm will be in capable hands until your return. Ha ha ha! Indeed. Three's a company.
Clive, my boy! Rutherford informs me that we owe you our thanks. Hadn't intended for you to get involved, but such are the times we live in, huh?
I would have done the same for anyone else.
You're far too modest, Clive. You'd make a terrible nobleman. But tell me, is the realm truly in as dire a state as Rutherford suggests?
From what little I saw, you were right to be worried.
I suppose I should have expected the worst. But I was rather hoping the great and good of the realm might have things a little more under control. Alas, it seems that firm leadership is in short supply these days, and without it, the people are bound to lose their way. We must move quickly.
But where do we start?
True, the challenges that face us are many. But in my estimation, there are two key areas to be addressed before any other. The realm's armies and her larders. As you've seen firsthand, It's every man and woman for themselves out there. Certain cities have banded together to try and maintain some semblance of order, yes? But such cases are few and far between. And yet, the only remedy for the chaos that faces us is unity. A unity that transcends even the borders laid down by our ancestors. In short, if Storm does not stand together, she will fall apart.
But how would one even begin to unite the realm?
The armies, my boy. As I told you already, we begin by restoring order among the ranks of those sworn to maintain it. Sadly, I doubt I could convince even the lowliest gaggle of privates to dig a latrine together. But I do know someone the High Commanders have been known to listen to on occasion. Field Marshal Eugen Havel.
I thought he was retired.
He was, until an Akashic army tore through Randalar and killed most of the rank and file. There is no man alive more capable. Literally. And as luck would have it, I've already spoken with him on the matter.
Of course you have.
And he's agreed to help. On one condition. That he first speaks with you personally. Havel has always been a man of frustratingly rigid principle, and he has certain qualms about clasping arms with, well, with an outlaw. I extolled your many virtues as best I could, of course, but the old goat was adamant that he be allowed to appraise you in person. You don't mind, do you, my boy?
No, not really. If it gives us more power to fight what's coming, then by all means.
Of course not. As long as chaos reigns, we will never build a better world. I'll do whatever it takes. And if the Field Marshal wishes to speak with me in person, then so be it.
That's the spirit.
I'll leave for Randalar at once. Would you send a Stolas?
Of course. Rutherford is already in the Dalmekian capital. I'll have him tell Havel to expect you forthwith.
Excellent. Thank you, Uncle.
No, thank you, Clive.
All right. Okay, let's go ahead and... Actually, I want to talk to a few people real quick.
Clive.
Yep. Here to say your goodbyes, are you?
Taraban.
For now, but you better come back, or I'll fly up there and drag you home by your ear.
Thank you, Karen.
Don't think you find the thought... Didn't think you find the thought appealing. Look, just don't die, alright? A change in leadership is bad for business. You're off to kill a god. So what? You've done nothing. You've done everything else you put your mind to, haven't you?
You could do this too.
Thanks, Karen.
Do us proud.
Actually, no new hunts. Sweet.
So what do I owe the honor?
Asking about Origin.
Crack the crystal.
Kill a god, save the world. Miss anything? No, that's pretty much the plan. And, and I do like how we're actually getting some actual interactive instead of just a one-sided conversation with these. Didn't mention that before, but I am now.
Not a very good one.
If you ask me.
But then,
I can't say I've had much practice killing gods. Now, forging kit to kill a god, that I might be able to help you with. Reckon that's the least I can do, after all you've given us. And it's more than enough. You can thank me when you get back. Yep, will do.
Sword of yours stays oiled.
Alright, Goots.
Oh.
I wish I could go up there with you. It doesn't seem right leaving everything up to you three.
It's hardly everything.
There's plenty that still needs to be done down here. Like seeing to our stores and keeping Charon safe. Only you can do that, Goots.
And I will. I promise.
I won't let Nan come to harm, no matter what. And as always, forgot to turn off my alarm.
You can count on me.
Just like we're all counting on you to come back safe and sound.
Be careful out there.
Of course.
Say what you will, Lady Karen has seen our shelves haven't gone bare.
Yes, but how long will it last?
As long as needed. Hey Toggle, what's up, buddy?
Pining for something, boy. What is it? What do you see out there?
Aww.
I never did ask where you got that anklet of yours.
From Sid, that's why. On the day he brought him home.
That long ago?
And you're only thinking to ask this now? Sid saw that the pup had a habit of gnawing on his leg, since you ask. Clap that there iron on him to keep him from doing it.
What was wrong, boy?
I'll take like as not. Must have been hard on the poor whelp losing his loving masters at such a young age. Doubly hard in being a frost wolf, torn away from his icons and all. Sid would always tell him, you want my iron gone, you find what it is you're looking for. I reckon what he was looking for was you.
I'm sorry, Torgal. Sorry for making you wait so long. Let's get that thing off you.
Doesn't sound like he wants it off.
Indeed. You miss Sid as much as the rest of us, don't you? You want me to go with you somewhere?
Show the way, buddy.
Quick, aren't you? Glad you've been paying attention.
Not nearly as much as you have, Lady Karen.
Aye, good thing and all. It's not like Gav would have kept him in nuts and rubbed his belly these past 10 summers.
Your kindness is appreciated. You've been a good friend to him.
Only because he doesn't talk back like the rest of you. Go on now.
Where to then, Torgal?
All right. More than words.
What do you think happened to Miss Middledore? I heard she was kicked out of the university.
Sid, you have to help us.
With what? You didn't take apart another of Mid's contraptions, did you?
No. Well, yes. But that's not what we want to talk to you about.
It's Miss Middledore. She's been acting strange. Very strange. She's barely ever around.
When she is, she acts like we aren't even there. Her head's in a crowd.
In the clouds.
That's what I said. In the clouds.
Well, she does have a lot on her mind. When did you last see her?
Not long ago. Right after she got back from saving you from Stoneir.
Then it's probably just about the Enterprise. It did take quite a battering on the way there and back.
You didn't break it, did you, Sid? You really should be more careful around Miss Middeldore's inventions. Don't listen to her. Even if you did break the Enterprise, you could put it back together, couldn't you?
Who's gonna put Miss Middledore back together? She seems really sad.
Well, let's go find out what's wrong with Mid.
Why don't I go and see if I can cheer her up?
You do that? For us? She's in her dungeon.
Don't scare him. It's not a real dungeon.
Thanks for the warning.
She's just down in her workshop. Hey, Mid. Some kids are worried about you.
Mid, if you have a...
That's it! I knew it! The answer was right here under my arse all along! If this doesn't steer to the skies, nothing will!
To the skies? You aren't trying to give the Enterprise wings, are you?
What else would I be doing?
Saw that coming.
The children seem to think you're avoiding them. They're worried about you. Is this really so important that you need to shut yourself away from everyone?
The Enterprise is already the fastest ship in the realm, and that's with the sea beneath her. But what if she weren't bound to the waves? What if she weren't bound to anything at all? It's not fair. The gods get the skies all to themselves, so I'm gonna do something about it. The Fallen had their chance, but they relied too much on magic. And see where that got them? But not me. I've discovered how to do it without. Well, almost. First, I need to make a prototype.
And is that a one-woman job?
Are you volunteering? I'll have you know the Enterprise is my baby. But if her godfather's offering to lend a hand, I'd be happy to take it. First, I'll need oil, and not just some old drippings from Miss Molly's spits in the Tub and Crown. Refined stuff, like they make in Ordil. Then I'll need some bone, or shell. Light, strong, preferably no longer attached to the beast it belongs to.
If it's beast bones you're after, I'm sure the curse breakers will know where you might find some.
No, they'll know where you might find some. You're the one who offered to help, remember?
I should speak with one of the curse breakers before I set off for Old Hill. See if I can't find this bone while I'm there as well.
Alright. Oh, actually missed the quest back here.
Has Midadol mentioned a new project yet? Not exactly. She seems preoccupied, but then again, when isn't she?
It's not even showing up.
Whatever should I write next?
Oh wait, is it up?
But with a happy ending, of course.
Yeah, it's up here. I forget there's even an up here. We come up here so little.
I will not let them be forgotten. Sid, may I have a moment?
Of course.
It is an honor to finally speak with you. My name is Herman. I've been with the Cursebreakers for some time now, and I wish to be deployed to Ash. Any assignment will do.
No. The lands across the Narrow are too dangerous. I will not send good men and women to risk their lives needlessly. Why would you want to go back?
I need to retrieve something. Something important. I was raised in an orphanage. The Badbach Conservatory. Or rather, I was held captive there. It was not a place of nurture. It existed solely to turn bearer children into mindless weapons. We were tortured until we feared no pain. Tormented until our hearts turned to stone. And few ever survived long enough to become tools of the last king.
I can't imagine.
I lost so many. I can't even remember all their names. But they must be remembered. They cannot fade away, faceless and forgotten. The Institute was run with military precision. Every child measured, every name recorded, every death logged with meticulous care. Sid, allow me to travel to Ash and recover the registry so that my brothers and sisters might live on.
No, I'll go. I got a better chance of surviving than you do.
You were a good friend, Herman. But the fact remains that Ash is simply too dangerous.
Sid, please. Even should it cost me my life.
Too dangerous for you, Herman. But not for me. I'll go to Bad Bach and find the registry.
You will?
I won't let you risk your life.
I don't know how to thank you.
You can start by telling me where I'll find this orphanage.
Vida Grace. Hidden in a forest, overlooking the plains.
All right. I'll see what I can find there.
May the mothers guide you.
Alrighty. Liberty of errors. Alright. I forget there's even an up here top part of this. We literally go here so little. I think that's only like the second time we've actually been up here. Okay. Oh, there's something right here. Oh, that's probably Tolga right there. So we will need to come back almost full circle. We'll need to go full circle. That's fine. Who's the multiple speech bubble? Aya? Oh no, it's Yote. Oh. Here's Edda.
Thank you, my lord, for taking me in. Everyone here has been so kind. It reminds me of home.
Yes, my lord? His Grace and I.
Often spoken on our travels, and a certain saying of his remains with me even now. Duty is the enemy of freedom.
At first.
I thought he spoke of his own plight, that though he was able to roam the land again, his duty to unearth the truth about Ultima prevented him from being truly free. But I came to understand that he spoke not of himself, but of me.
It was my duty to him.
That his grace judged to be mitigal to my own freedom. I believe that this is why he bade me to remain here, that I might be released from my duty to him. Few others in his position would allow the cares of a humble attendant to weigh so heavily upon them, nor take such drastic action in response. Well, he is caring. That's who Joshua is. You don't see many people do that.
My lord.
Are you resolved to go then?
I am.
And so is Joshua. I know you fear for him, but I'll do everything in my power to keep him safe.
I do not doubt it.
You are, as you have always been, his first shield. I was only ever his temporary protector. Now his grace has bade me to protect the highway instead, and that is what I shall do. But also relax at times.
Thank you, Yote.
Unfortunately, we can't be saying much because literally, I don't remember the last time we really relaxed. I mean, I guess we did just sleep, but I mean, just relax.
May you return safely.
My lord, both of you. Thanks,
May
Yote.
the Firebird's flame burn ever in your heart.
Alright. Hey, we actually can speak to Otto about some things.
What a word.
Trust you to go and pick a fight with a bleeding god. I didn't sign up for all this excitement, you know.
No.
Sid did say the higher-ups wouldn't be too happy about us trying to change the world. Bah. You've got me there, and it ain't as if I have anything better to do. So no more lip out of me. But it's that lip that keeps us on our toes, Otto.
Is that right?
Well, I better start looking for something else to moan about then, hadn't I? I love Otto. No one around here is bold enough or daft enough to say I'm fit for the knacker's yard, but I sure as hell ain't getting any younger.
Might be time to take a step back.
Let the fledglings spread their fledglings spread their wings. Young goots as bright as the inside of a barrel, but his heart's in the right place, and his constant failures never seem to dim his spirits either. Reckon the same might have been said of me when I was his age.
But if it weren't for Sid,
giving me the room to fall and a hand to help me up again, I would have never changed. It had been the gates leading the gates. I have no idea what that word is, so I apologize for butchering it. Clive, I'm assuming we made it this far.
Off you go then.
Now I want to check something.
Fancy a look at the list, do you? Here you go.
Okay, so we've got. Ooh, we need that under new management. We need to do that for a orichalcum or something. So we got. So I know we have 8 here at the highway, so that's 9, 10, 11 quests total. Jesus Christ. Oh, there's going to be practically this stream and then some of the next. But yeah, a lot of these ones, I think these two and this one, we need to do to get get the stuff for our ultimate weapon for base game.
Always something in there.
All right, Sid. Come to buy us around, have you?
Only if you earn it. Mid needs a piece of light but durable bone for her next project. You've encountered your share of beasts on your travels across the realm. Any ideas?
Most bones are the same. Whack 'em hard enough and they'll break. If it's durability you're looking for, shell will serve you better. You know what an adamantus is?
I do. And I know to give them a wide berth. Will any old adamantus do?
Well, with shells, the older the harder. There's a rumour of an ancient adamantus down in Karava, near old Bidza, or what's left of the village anyway. But don't expect to make quick work of the bastard. There's a reason it's lived as long as it has.
I'll keep that in mind. Thank you.
Probably literally gather everything up and then take a break before we head out. By the looks of it.
Vivian, I read your note, and I'd be happy to help you find the book you're looking for.
Thank you, Clive. But tracking it down will not be easy. Are you sure?
Please. You have always granted me your wisdom and insight whenever I asked. It's only right that I return the favor. Or at least attempt to.
You are too kind. Alas, what I ask of you is rather more trying than delivering the odd lecture. I spoke with Harpocrates to see if he had any inkling as to where another copy might be found, but perhaps it is best that you hear the details from him.
If you say so.
Forgive me, Clive, for asking this of you.
You're fine.
But this book, it set me on the path to becoming who I am today. Its importance cannot be overstated.
Always willing to help the people of the Vale. I mean, of the
Clive.
hideaway.
Well, Clive?
Are you resolved to brave the upcoming battle no matter the cost?
I am.
For only with Ultima's death might we ever find true freedom. And when we do, I'll be counting on you to help teach the world the truth.
Naturally.
But I'll need you to do something for me in return. Come back to us in one piece. For how am I to recount the true history of this world without a first-hand account of the heroics of those who fought to change it?
I shall.
We shall all be praying for your safe return.
Hippocrates knows of the tome I seek. Whether what he has to say makes you happy to have agreed to help me is another matter. Allow me to educate you.
Okay. Fight as one, fight as one, fight as one. Fight as one, fight as... Wow, all fight as ones. Final stand. I love this.
Here you are. Very good.
All right.
Sid, I was wondering if you could help me.
It depends what with.
A bearer, but recently freed from his bonds, is keen to join the Curse Breakers. As you know, the work we do is not easy, which is why we test every volunteer's suitability. I was hoping you could oversee this one's evaluation.
I don't mind, but why this one?
Because he wants to be a scout. Our ranks are filled with men and women capable of breaking chains and putting slavers to the sword. But scouting, we're few with the nose for that, which is why we still rely so heavily on Gav. And since he accompanies you on so many of your missions, I thought you might be better placed to recognize the traits in him that we should look for in those who'd fill his boots.
Sounds reasonable.
So you're happy to oversee the boys' test, then?
Yeah, but why didn't you ask Gav? He would know better than anyone.
One can never have too many scouts.
Truer words, Sid. I'll let the initiate know that you'll be attending his trial, and that he is to proceed directly to Northreach in readiness.
No time like the present, eh?
No time like the present. I'll await you there.
Alright, trial and error.
Northreach. I don't suppose they could have chosen somewhere closer.
Nope. Alrighty. Oh, we got some from Joshua.
Ah, Clive. This is it then, brother.
Our last dance with Ultima awaits. Only the Founder knows what awaits us up there.
Indeed.
But whatever we find, we shall overcome it. It would not do to disappoint our friends. They all believe in you, Clive. They would follow you to the ends of the earth if they could.
You're wrong.
My friends don't follow me. They spur me on. I couldn't have made it this far without them. Nor without you, Joshua. You gave me your blessing and made me your shield. Without you, I don't know how I could ever have survived. Even when we were apart, you were always with me, and I trust you to be with me now till the end.
Of course.
Whenever that may be.
Joshua, what's wrong?
And don't say nothing.
It's not nothing. I've received word from Cyril. The Undying have found Father's will, or something akin to it.
His will? How and where?
In the crypt beneath Rosalith Castle.
Oh.
After Kupka was kind enough to drive out the Imperials, the Undying took the opportunity to recover what relics of the Duchy yet remained. And in the process of doing so, they found a letter from Father.
I'm surprised anything survived down there.
Cyril asked that I join him in Tabor at my convenience. I have been meaning to go, but would you join me?
Of course.
Of course. I want to know what's in that letter as much as you do.
Very well. I'm ready to leave when you are.
Okay. Man, so many quests. Wonder how you get anything. There's another quest over here. Hey, Dion.
Courage, Ifrit. My decision is made.
I shall carry you and your brother to Origin, that the legless name, Leslige name, might live in honor, not infamy. Even if I should not. Your Highness, you're not.
You said it yourself.
This is a journey from which I may not return, and yet I am resolved to go. Ultima took much from me, and he means to strip us all of what little we have left.
He must be stopped.
Whatever the cost.
He must.
Thank you, Your Highness. You are as over-hasty as your brother. Save your things for when this is over. No, give your gift. We give things as things do, whether it's now, whether so.
Sid, do you have a moment?
By all means.
It's my old master. Seems there's no escaping her. She found some way to send me a letter, and something else. Records from a Waluda prison. Seems they were keeping a lot of bearers there.
How did she come by such a thing?
Finding bearers always was her strong point. And it seems the cells of Balmung Dark are full of them. Foreign captives, the masterless. Bearers no one would miss. And even better for her, bearers with no one to look after them. When ether started lapping at the walls, the jailers fled.
Leaving the bearers to be liberated by whoever happened to come along next.
Sid, I'd like to believe that I've earned your trust by now. And while I'm well aware that you've forbidden Cursebreakers from traveling to Waloed, I can't let those bearers die in their cells. I'd rather risk shipwreck on the Shadow Coast than leave them to starve.
We'll go together.
We'll be needing the Enterprise if we're going to navigate the Narrow.
Does that mean...
I'm making an exception, but we travel together. And we stay no longer than we have to. Ash is an inhospitable place at the best of times. We save as many as we can, and we leave.
Thank you, Sid. There was a name in the prison register. A name from my past. Chadwick. Another of my former master's protégés. A gifted soldier, and the closest thing I had to family. The thought of him held captive in that place.
He must be very important to you.
He was. Is.
Then we find him.
The entrance to the prison lies in the shadow of Ravenwit Walls, just beyond the portcullis. We should head there as quickly as we can. I only pray there are still bearers alive to save.
As do I, Doris.
Alright, well, so much for getting everything done. Getting everything done here at the hideaway. I guess I got two more things. One with Toggle and one with Hippocrates. So, but in that case, I'm going to go ahead and take my break. When I return from break, we will do the last couple things we need to do for the highway, and then we'll head out to start tackling these side quests. So yeah, and I'll be back shortly, ladies and gentlemen. Stay tuned.